Welcome back, everybody. As you can see, we are not chasing land animals today. We are on a local lake. For those of you that know your geography and have been around here before, this is Lake Tuggeranong. Oh, jeez, a little bit close. Might have to adjust that. 9 o'clock, and a little bit later than I was expecting, planning. But yeah, we're out on the water and doing a bit of paddling and trolling to see what we might be able to stumble across. There are redfin, yellowbelly, and cod in here. Haven't actually caught a cod from the kayak as yet, so that'd be nice, but not going to hold my breath. But I've certainly caught redfin and yellows from the kayak here before. I've caught cod from the bank, but just haven't managed to pick one up on the kayak as yet. So that'll be the name of the game today. Troll around. It's very overcast. There was fog a bit earlier. That's peeled off a bit, so a bit of luck. It'll stay a bit like this for a little while. And downstream, well, not downstream, but a little bit later on, the sun will probably come out. Ooh, hello. I don't know what that was. I'm running a orgy on this rod on the left with a fairly decent bib on it, and a little stump jumper on the one out the right there. So covering both bases, something a little bit high in the water column and something a little bit deeper. So we'll see what we can't pull out of the water today. Anyway, I'll get into it and we'll check back in a bit. Now, I think I've mentioned it before, but I'm running, for what it's worth, a little deeper. I think you can see that down there if I tilt my head down far enough. A little deeper sound depth finder, fish finder, sounder, whatever you want to call it. That's what he looks like. He's tracking along, so currently doing, well, I was doing 2 kilometres an hour, but 3.6 metres of water, and you can see where it tracks. So it does barometric mapping as well, so it'll store that in its memory banks and you can download it. It's in the cloud. So you can play the footage, or the scan, I suppose, if you want to call it that. Play the entire scan back after you get out of the water, which is handy to a degree, although the amount of times that I've found what looked to be fish on it after I'd replayed it, but I didn't actually notice them at the time. So I suppose if anything, it gives you an idea of places you might want to go back to if they're consistently being found there. But still, it's handy, it's portable, and it does the job. You can also use it fishing from land, so you can hook it onto a fishing rod, cast it out, and retrieve it back in, so you can get a bit of an idea of the ground you're land-based fishing into, whether they're drop-offs or ledges or structure, and or fish. So yeah, it has multi-purpose, but with that little mounting system there, it sort of floats along doing what it's supposed to do. Occasionally it throws an error message where it says it's too shallow or too deep. That could be a combination of actual water depth being too shallow, or the actual unit itself not having enough contact with the water, too much air bubbles thrown between it and the water itself. But it seems to be in a happy place at the moment, so fingers crossed it stays that way. There's a few other boats getting around as well, so 3 to be truthful. So we'll keep an eye on them and see if they're actually catching anything, because I would hazard a guess and say that most of them are running more equipment than I'm possibly running or able to run. So if I'm not catching fish and they're not catching fish, then I don't feel so bad. Again, if they're catching fish and I'm not, also not feeling quite so bad, because more likely they're they got better tech on board, but if I'm catching fish and they're not, then I'm stoked. But anyway, we shall keep plodding along. About 4.8 metres of water here. I'm going to keep poking out here straight ahead for a little bit, and then I'm going to do a loop around over in near the spillway and do a skirt around the outskirts there and see what I can't see. Not sure if you can see it in the video, but there's an awful lot of green algae getting around here at the moment, which is not unusual for tuggers, but interesting that it's more prevalent up this end than it was down the other end. Maybe it's just making its way down there with the wind. That has to be the best mark I've ever seen. I've done a bit of playing around with the sensitivities and settings and changed it to a different sensor angle. Currently running 20 degree instead of 7, and that's popped up. That could be massive carp in 2 metres of water, so between the two of them, the lures that I'm running, I would have thought it would have gone straight past his nose, whatever it was, and given nothing ended up taking one of the lures, I'm going to run with it's probably a carp. Alright, I think we're on. I think let's see if I can't keep this stuff from. That's what happens when you have a paddle. Oh yeah, there's definitely something there. Question is, what is he? Oh, that looks like a little yellow belly. Oh, caught that. It is. Very little. He's managed to get all of them too. There, I can see that ending in tragedy, so here we go. Not too shabby, but again, the small ones. Can't complain though, still better than none. Anyway, we'll get a quick photo of that and throw him back in, and away we go. There he goes. Just went over a couple of marks. About 2 metres down in 5 metres of water, so again, hopeful that one of them might be interested in one of the 2 lures that I'm throwing out behind, or not, as the case may be. Water clarity's gone a little bit green again. Not quite as thick as it is in some places, but not fantastic either. So we're gonna cut down through here and essentially head pretty much to where that white boat is right now. See what we can find along the way. Only in 5 metres of water here, but it does get down to 10 or 11 sort of over in that general area. And old mate down here on the end of the buoys, he's been down there for a little bit, so I would say possibly he's found a school of redfin or something, and he's trying to get them up. That'd be my guess. Anyway, what would I know? Amateur as I am. Well, that's some, again, decent marks, but cod or carp. Big carp probably, because they ain't taking the lures. There's a lot of water down over there. Bubbles coming out as well. I'm gonna run with carp. Alright. An hour and 15 minutes into this little expedition. Only the one little yellow to show for it so far. But, one is better than none, as they say. We are on the board. Sun still struggling to poke its head out, which is great. Don't mind it when it's overcast. We'll keep poking around here, maybe out that way, and loop around to the left and down towards an island at the bottom end, or top end, whichever way you look at it, I suppose. We'll see if we can pick some stuff up along the way. Well, that was, I think, a big carp that jumped there. Massive. Alright, hope you're getting this. That was a solid hit. Question is, solid hit from what? And can I keep myself away from that? Yes, I can. Gonna go with cod. I'm calling it. It's a cod. Oh yeah. That's a nice little cod. Alright, let's see if I can do this without killing myself and him. Hang on. Alright, you can go there. Grips are in here somewhere. Settle down. Settle. I better hook myself in this way, otherwise there'll be trouble. I needed that shower, not. Let's see this ending in tragedy. Come on. Yep. Hold on, come back. Alright everyone, for watching at home. This is not how you land a cod in a kayak. Alright. First bit's done. He wasn't in by much, was he? Right. That is a very nice cod. I'm going to run with, oh, not quite 40, but we'll give it a shot at trying to measure him. Oh no, 40. 40, spot on. How cool is that? Apart from the botched landing attempt, God knows how I'll go with something bigger. I've got to work on that, that's for sure. Anyway, that's enough for him. Let's get him in the water and let him go on his way. Hold still. That's him gone. Alright. Well, that was awesome. And, well, awkward at the same time. Awesome to catch. Awkward to get in. I'm sure I'll cop a lot of comments for that botched attempt, but anyway. He got in, he got a photo, well he will get a photo. And he got away, fairly unscathed. I'm going to keep plodding along. Hopefully there's more where that came from. And I have a sneaking suspicion I actually did see him on the sounder, so that is a bonus. Anyway, enough of that, let's get going. Alright everybody, I think that will do me for this morning. 2 fish for the day, that's pretty good. Stoked, the one was cod, 40 odd centimetres. First one in the kayak, that's fantastic. Sorry, just bear with me while I try and do this using my phone without dropping it. Keeping the speed up. Dodgy brothers. That's not so bad. Anyway, sorry, I digress. Yeah, first cod in the kayak, 40 centimetres, small yellow belly. Fantastic morning for it. If you are enjoying this content, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell icon. Certainly if there is something that anyone has gotten out of this, it will be don't do what Uda does when trying to land a cod. Might have to look at those fish grips, maybe get something that's got a thinner grip on the front end so that it can slide in easier, because certainly that was a little bit awkward, as you could all see. Hide nothing, total honesty here, Uda Outdoors. Anyway, that is it, I'm done. I'm going to paddle over there, pack up, go home, have a beverage or two, and enjoy the rest of the afternoon. I'll catch you all on the flip side. Uda out, cheers.